What's up, everybody? If you're American First, I want you to like this. Anybody else? Comment, share, tell me I'm right, wrong, indifferent, idiot. All attention is good attention, and Mr. Wimpisinger, Joseph here's way of looking at the world. All attention is good attention. I'm going to talk about, well, my bio states, and this is my fledgling attempts at starting some sort of podcast or whatever you want to call it, with I've decided my life, I'm going to do what I normally do, these real estate cold calls. I truly believe I can make, based on success with one lady before I got sick, if I can find 10 just like her, that's somewhere near $1 million a year. And I will dump a lot of it into paying for a following. Because this is what I want to do, and I want it to be about politics, philosophy, geopolitics. But is there something, and I'm Catholic, mostly. I could go Episcopalian. I've thought about it. I've had COVID brain fog, the chronic version, so long now. It's better now. I don't want to make any major life decisions while I'm trying to root through all this. I could even go Orthodox. A guy named Jay Dyer makes up some good points about that. All right? Western civilization is Christianity. I repeat, unless you're a Hellenist, like a guy I met recently, telling me he believes in the Greek gods. Okay? Western civilization, the last 2,000 years, it's called before Christ, for a reason, is Christianity. Whether you're for it or against it, Western civilization is, let's tighten this up. Western civilization is largely based on Christianity. Even atheists out there, okay, would probably admit that. Okay, would probably admit that. So if somebody were going to decide, you know what, I want to destroy Western civilization, maybe the real goal is to destroy Christianity. Because I tell you, this crap coming out, this transgender shit, this white people are all evil shit, critical race theory, people apologize, they tell their kids they need to apologize for being white, calling everybody white privileged. And it's good, the bad, and the ugly. Christians have been slaves and slave owners. No doubt about it. Protestant and Catholic, although it was mostly Protestant. When I realized, and whenever I'm sitting in there today, researching, who is this? Who is out to destroy Western civilization? Some people say it's the Jews. Some people say it's the Freemasons. Some people say it's Islam. Some people will say whatever. I don't know. I really, honestly don't know. What's up, Moon? Like this. Comment and share. Talia Tony, like this, comment, and share. Yes, AI summary. I like that. Although, we're going to watch out with AI. Debating if Western civilization is tied to Christianity, share your view. That's not really what we're debating. I don't think it's a debate. Although if you want to debate it, we can. Marty, Mancha, comment, like. I need some likes. Strawberry 21, I want you to like this, comment, and share. You got to do this when you're on these lives. And those of y'all get this uploaded on another stream, on another platform, wondering what the hell. I noticed as a public school teacher, and I believe this to this day, okay? And no, I don't think it's the liberals, nor the conservatives, okay? There is somebody behind the scenes orchestrating this bullshit. Somebody behind the scenes orchestrating this bullshit. And like I said, I'm not sure who it is, but I know whoever it is wants to destroy Western civilization in America anyway. It's just preposterous. A guy like Nick Fuentes, who says stupid shit, saying Hitler was cool, gets confronted on it on Piers Morgan, and is saying, you know what, I shouldn't have said that. Typical 25-year-old asshole. Instead of saying I shouldn't have said that, he did say what he meant was the all the pomp of. He did say what he meant was the all the pomp and circumstance shit, lineups, all that shit. China does it too. All dictatorships do that shit. Get some people watching this thing now. Chef Boyardee, Jose, I want you to comment and share. But as a public school teacher, I was sitting thinking, when I always come back to this, when I'm sitting here thinking about these things, okay? So I'm a Knight of Columbus, a MAGA Republican, which may include Trump or may not. Trump's sailing into the sunset, unless he runs again, which I don't think he's going to be allowed to do. And I am a supporter of Trump, but Trump's left a reservation in some ways. Everybody's trying to figure out who it is. Who behind the scenes is trying to fuck me over? And it probably ain't who you think it is. It probably ain't who you think it is. Look at all these people. Kachar, Beatrice, Jim. Like and comment, share. Gardy, 625. Comfort. Sweet Tech, 63. Sabrina. Cherry, that's a real photo. Who knows if these are bots or not. They do get live people because Eddie Duran, I want you to like this, comment, and share. I don't like inviting them because once they get on here, you can't get them off of there. One interesting thing that I read today, I've heard this before. is they believe the banks are no good. The banks are up to no good. But the banks are out to get me. Like, what does that even mean? Like the banker next door or whatever? Oh, the Jews run the banks. Not really. Not all of them. Historically or now. The Venetian thing. Because you can trace in history where Venice, and Venice is really not part of the West. It's part of the East. It was part of I think self-chosen part of the Byzantine Empire, Byzantium, whatever you want to call it. When Constantinople fell in 1453, Venice lost untold wars against the Ottoman Empire, which means trade routes that they monopolized, Venice did, for centuries, were no longer viable. What do? Well, if you can't go east, where do you go? West. And there's some credible stuff out there that postulates the idea they went to Dutch Netherlands first, and then to England, at least with their system, if not the people. That's what I'm trying to find out. I don't even know how you would research it. The system went there. I do believe that. And there's a Bank of England, and I think you can make a pretty good argument it's the Fed now. Private central banks that are private, that's just no good. It's no good. I'm not going to sit here and say, and the Fed, kill the whole financial system. Because for the most part, at least for America, it works. But why would somebody be trying to sabotage us? Doesn't it all work better if we all work better? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think you're ever gonna know for sure. There's so much crap out there. Like the deep state. The deep state's the CIA. Is the CIA evil? No. Not in and of itself. You're gonna have intelligence. Every single country in the world has it for good reason. It's starting to crank up. You do enough of these videos, it starts to crank up. 3 people are watching now. When I'm famous, I'll go back and watch all this stuff. Remember where I started. Something's trying to erase Western civilization. Something's trying to erase Western civilization. So if you want to find something to fight against that. Nick Fuentes has some points. Is there things he shouldn't say? Sure. Absolutely. And all his canceling and all this is absolutely warranted, because if you're going to sit there and say stupid shit, you really don't even mean. Like, who's a fan of Hitler? Hitler. And all of a sudden, your women start consorting with them people, and then the next thing you know, you got some sort of mixed race. Everybody should be proud of their race. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm part of the Ku Klux Klan. You sound like a Ku Klux Klan. I don't want nothing to do with the Ku Klux Klan. I'm part of the Ku Klux Klan. You sound like a Ku Klux Klan. I don't want nothing to do with the Ku Klux Klan. I'll call a spade, not give a shit. I'll call a spade, not give a shit. What I'm going to do is start tracing the history of where they say England got co-opted, the King of England got co-opted by the Venetians. I think it's 1595 in Spain. And the thing, hello?
Hi.
Can't hear you. Thing I read, or maybe a video, or a couple things I read said the Venetians want to stir a bunch of shit between England and the, which was at that point Habsburg, or Dutch, Spanish, and Spanish. The Habsburg controlled Spain and Netherlands. Why were they against the Habsburgs? Why against the Catholic Church? At this point, what was Luther? 15, 17? At this point, pretty much that's all there was. The beginnings of the Protestant Church. Did the Venetians start the Protestant shit? I don't know. Who knows? But I know that John Dee, a Rosicrucian, who some people say that's the precursor to the Freemasons, I know he told Queen Elizabeth that she would be more powerful than the Pope. Did it ever happen for her? No. That office, head of the Anglican Church, two world wars fought. Was it Catholics against against Protestants? No. But has England transplanted the Vatican? Yeah, you bet. You bet. Is the British Empire still alive in America? Well, John Dee called it Great Britain. I said America would be the second part of it. That's what he said. Right, wrong, or different. He predicted it. Look up John Dee. Some people call him the original 007. Usually a spy or something. I don't know. But he had a large influence on the head chopper's daughter, Queen Elizabeth. Shortly after that is the Spanish Armada. The English Armada got smacked 1 year after that. I never knew that. I read that today. You'll see this history, and then lo and behold, the Ottoman Empire gets a foothold in the East again. The West gets a foothold in the Ottoman Empire. All of a sudden, there's a British colony, and trade is gone from being Britain and America focused to being China focused over the last 800 years. Now, who would benefit from that? Venetians, Byzantium, I noticed it. I don't think it's any type of coincidence. Now, who are these people now? I think a good place to start looking, okay? You can read Tragedy and Hope, the Anglo-American establishment, and they'll give you some names. And I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing. That's why I like the America First thing. I'm not against global corporations, global finance, as long as it's making sense for me. And it ain't making a whole lot of sense for America lately. It's making sense for the Chinese. So if these multinational corporations that were started in America want to make it work for us, this is why Trump got elected. It's all the people that got displaced, pissed off. Mostly rural. Mostly Midwestern, pissed off. The Democrats will never win another presidential election again if they can't try to get back the Midwestern rural people, which they never will. No redneck is going to put up with this transgender shit. That's what lost the election. Democrats lost their mind doubling down on that shit. That beer commercial pissed everybody off. They're like, fuck this shit. Biology 101. Men have dicks and women have pussies. You ain't gonna change that. Look up the Privy Council. And there were some people called the Lords of Trade. It's actually got a more official name, I forget. But I read about it in a book, a history book down in Puerto Rico, so the real history, not all whitewashed. I think it was like a high school book, maybe first year college book. It said something about Lords of Trade. Lords of Trade. Think British East India Company. And the Dutch East India Company was 10 times the size of the British one, who had an army bigger than the British Empire. So whoever this is, there's no great loyalty to any one place. Britain's not what it used to be. America's starting to not be what it used to be. Okay? I don't think they're like pro-Chinese. I think it's they want to exploit it for resources, what have you, I don't know. Or just, trade in the East, that's how they got rich, so that's what they want to do, I don't know. Privy Council in England advises the king. The Lords of Trade they were under the Privy Council. So somehow, some of these lords, not all of them, seem to have gotten cooked up into some shit that was no good. This banking shit's no good, not the way they do it. My gut. I'm not even going to say it. I think it has something to do with the quote globalists. Meander around wherever you can go until they kick your ass. something. It's something.